Welcome to the Rising Up Sports Network for the 2012 Virginia Special Olympics Summer Games. Alongside Brian Wilberger, I'm Brian Rothmel. We have quite the Friday lineup. We are going to have about 109 events today.
Over 4 hours. Fast-paced action here today at the Special Olympics. It's going to be fast. It's going to be lots of splashing, lots of activity going on down here on the deck, not to mention all the activity we're going to have going on in the water. We're going to have interviews. We're going to be talking to coaches. We're going to be talking to the athletes, friends, families. We're just going to have so much happening here today.
The first event is one of the longer ones, the 800-meter freestyle. And we have two athletes in that. First one, Charlie Marziak, coming at 6:92 seed time, at 692 seconds. And then after he's completed, Jennifer Mitchell will get into the pool at 185 seconds. 800 meters is a long way to go in a pool. A long way to go on the ground.
Yeah.
Then you add in the pool. And these athletes have been training for months. They've been involved in the Special Olympics for years. We were talking to a few of the athletes beforehand. We're talking about 25 years in the Special Olympics.
Yeah. I mean, that's great. It's wonderful. You know, the things that these athletes are going to do today, it's just fabulous. And for us to be here, you know, the Rising Up Sports Network, partnering with the Special Olympics, the Summer Games, it's just a great thing. It's a great opportunity for everybody today.
We're in St. Catharines here in Richmond, Virginia. Beautiful pool facility. We have stands for, there'll be a lot of cheering going on today. It's going to be exciting to see. We have the freestyle, backstroke, crawl, assisted swim.
We've got everything. Everything. Except for us getting in the water, which
thankfully.
We're going to stay away from that.
Hopefully we'll stay dry here on the deck as best we can. We're going to be starting at 12:30 approximately, so we're actually just past 12:30, so we're a little bit behind on the schedule, but athletes are filing in, starting to get everyone set on here on the deck. The nice thing is we have the true precision, so we'll get the most accurate time available. I've never swam in the true precision. Going just one lap for me was, I was telling you beforehand, I didn't learn to swim until I was 15. So one lap was enough for me.
Doing 800 meters, yeah, I don't want to walk that far, much less throw me in a pool and tell me I'm going to swim.
800 meters is a long way to go. And then we got the backstroke coming up after we get done with the freestyle. Backstroke for 50 meters. And then we'll go to the 100-meter freestyle. And that's just preliminaries for some of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's 109 events we're going to see here today, live out on the internet. You know, we're talking hundreds of athletes are going to be participating today, which is just, it's phenomenal, the amount of support that we're getting from the athletes, from the volunteers that are here, from the staff, from the coaches. It's truly an effort of teamwork that we're going to see here today.
We'll have the 800 meters coming up first on the Rising Up Sports Network for the 2012 Virginia Special Olympics Summer Games. All right, this is Brian Rothmel back here. We're seeing the athletes get warmed up and now joined by a family member. Your name's Alyssa, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Alyssa, what family member do you have competing in the Special Olympics today?
I have my 10-year-old brother, Mario, who is competing in the swimming event.
Now, many athletics is a family event. How much have you guys been doing to get ready for today's games?
I can't lie to you. I have to say we haven't done much, but we have been practicing with him, and he's gotten a lot better.
How long have you guys been involved in the Special Olympics?
I'd have to say 3 or 4 years.
How excited are you guys as a family, and then also how excited is Mario to get going for the 2012 Summer Games?
I'm extremely excited. I'm really pumped about this, and he can't wait. he loves swimming, and he's done swim team for the YMCA near where we live. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Alyssa, for joining us here for the summer games, and we look forward to seeing Mario in the pool.
All right, thanks.
Well, here we are back with Jennifer. She's with Genworth Financial, one of the wonderful sponsors we've got here today. So how excited are you to be here today, Jennifer?
Oh, I got to tell you, the 100 volunteers that we have here are so pumped up to be here to help Special Olympics out. It's really awesome. We've done this a couple of years running now, and it's just a great opportunity to give back to the community.
How many years have you done it, actually, Jennifer?
This is actually my second year doing it, and I'm actually program coordinator. So it's really exciting to be able to take those 100 volunteers and get them where they need to be and help them out and get them pumped up as well.
That's good. I bet it is a challenge to try to get everybody coordinated, 100 people, to have them in the right spots at the right times to make sure that this thing goes off without a hitch, because obviously with all these athletes and all these events we've got going on here today, one little hitch could really throw the schedule off. So, congratulations for what you've been able to do, and thank you for what you've been able to do, and for Genworth for coming out here and providing great volunteers. And, we look forward to working with you guys, and, very glad to be here.
Absolutely. I'm very glad to be here, too. It's really nice. This kicks off our Genworth month of service, where we take a whole month and give back to the community. And we have well over 100 opportunities to volunteer with Genworth as well, too. So we've got great communications and participation from the roughly 3,000 people that are here in Richmond. So.
Wow, that's great, especially, giving back a whole month of, how many hours do you think you guys will give back in the course of the month?
I'm thinking it's going to be well over 10,000 hours. We're really excited about it.
That is great. That is great that, that the company's committed, and everybody that, the 3,000 employees are very committed to the community, to willing to give back. So, I applaud you guys. I actually have some stuff with Genworth too, so I am a Genworth customer. So I'm as a client of yours, I'm glad to see you guys out here supporting. That makes me feel good that I'm dealing with a company that is so involved and focused on the community. So we really appreciate you guys being here, and look forward to seeing you around today. And you'll be here tomorrow as well?
Actually, we've got people who are one-offs volunteers doing the Glen Allen Sports Complex. They've got the baseball and the softball, actually. We've got folks that are doing that, but this is our big event in month of service. We're really excited to do it. So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. We're glad to have you here. We're glad to have your 100 volunteers here, and we're glad to have Genworth Financial a part of the Special Olympic Games this summer. So appreciate it, Jennifer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have an awesome day.
Welcome back here. Brian Rothmel and Brian Wilberger coming back as warm-ups are going on. You currently can see warm-ups are one of the most interesting activities of the swim meet. There's a lot of action going on. A lot of action going on right now in the warm-ups. A lot of people going on, a lot going on here in warm-ups as we get set. We're going to have the national anthem coming up shortly. We're being told all the athletes are starting to come in. The excitement's starting to build a little bit. Fans are starting to come in.
Yeah, it's kind of a controlled chaos right now with you got backstrokes, you got all kinds of different swimming strokes being practiced here.
In the same lanes.
In the same lanes, yeah. So all these athletes are here. They're getting their bodies ready. They're getting them warmed up. They're getting their muscles loosened up. They're getting their lungs ready. They're getting their breath. They're getting their stroke. They're
getting used to the pool, too.
And they're getting used to the pool, too. Yeah, exactly. This may be a little bit different climate of water that they've dealt with from where they typically train at. The surroundings, the jump-off points, just the markers that they're using as they're taking a breath. They want to make sure that they're seeing their different points. So there's just lots of things that they're just trying to get themselves acclimated to in the water, in their surroundings, so that way when it is time to go, that they are fully ready, fully warmed up, and practiced, and just ready to get out here and give 120%.
big thing is everything is going from deep to shallow in this pool, so it'll be going right to left on your computer screen for most of the way. All of our 25 meters or 25 yards, either way, some of our sheets say meters, some of them say yards. They'll be going deep to shallow. And then we have a few things that are only 15 yards. Those will be going from the middle to the shallow. The shallow is on your left side, the deep on your right. Something to prepare you as you watch today as these athletes get going. A lot of activity. Warm-ups are one of the craziest parts. I know I said that before, but they really are. A lot of splashing, a lot of bodies in the water, a lot of excitement. I mean, seeing the fans. We've already talked to a few people.
We've had some interviews. We're starting to fill in here. We've got a lot more fans coming. This place is really going to come alive with lots of cheering, lots of vocal fans. So it's really going to become a very festive afternoon here, and it's going to be great.
All right, we'll take a short break as we get ready for the kickoff of the 2012 Summer Olympic Games.
Chris, where are you from?
Virginia Beach, Virginia, sir.
All right, and Chris, what are you preparing to swim today?
Well, to have fun and win the gold.
What events are you swimming in?
Depends after the preliminary, so let's have to find out the finals.
What preliminary events are you going to be swimming in?
Freestyle backstroke.
How long have you been preparing for today's events?
Well, before it began, I have a backyard pool, and I swim forward and backwards, and that is the diving board.
Now, how often do you swim each day?
After school,
How long?
for 3 hours.
3 hours of swimming.
Yeah.
It's quite the workout.
Yeah, it is. All you have to do is just spread out them arms and kick them legs.
It's pretty good. Technique.
Yes, it is.
Now, you're excited for today. What are your thoughts going into the events?
Well, I got last time I was here, I won 3 events in first place. How about I do it again?
All right. Well, best of luck, Chris, and we look forward to seeing you today.
Sports Network. First getting into the pool, we have Charlie Marzinak for the 800-meter freestyle. This is a final. He comes in with seed time 6:92.55. He's Brian Wilberger. I'm Brian Rothmel. Also swimming at the same time will be Jennifer Mitchell. She'll be in lane 6. Charlie is in lane 3. There are 2 separate events, but they're swimming them at the same time. And here we go, the start of the 2012 Summer Olympic Games for the Virginia Special Olympics. We're going to see a lot of laps.
We are going to see a lot of laps. We're going to see a lot of endurance. We're going to see some speed. I mean, Charlie's up here. He's at the turn, so he's looking good. There goes Jennifer. She's making a flip, so she's at the turn too. So that's 25 meters down.
Well, we get a chance here for the first volunteer broadcasting crew of various levels of expertise that we're having a lot of fun bringing you the games. I want to go through everyone that's helping us out here today for the Rising Up Sports Network. We have Ryan Mahanes, Luke Goldstein, Tom Maiden, Jordan Taylor, Miriam Meneses, Brian Wilberger, I'm Brian Rothmel. I'm running the whole show, Chad Ciesil. We're having a great time here in Richmond as we get started. Charlie getting ready to complete his third and head back for his fourth.
Charlie still, he's rolling quite along here. He's got nice stroke. He's taking his breath. I mean, he's got a nice pace going on here. Jennifer, she's making the turn for her third. Same thing. She's got a nice pace. She's got a nice stroke to go. They both have a long way left in this particular race. So, you know, they're not racing anybody. They're racing the clock, so to speak. So, you know, they just want to make sure that they're getting their breath. They're taking a good pace. You know, they're getting their turns in really well, and they're doing a great job.
That's the important thing when you're going for this much distance is pace. You want to keep the same pace as you go throughout.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to come off too fast, too hard, too strong, and use up all your energy. And then as you start to labor for the last little bit, you really don't want to have to call on too much reserves. You want to take a nice, even pace and make sure you got plenty of energy left at the end, so that way you can have a push at the end to really kind of sprint to the finish line, so to speak, and really bang it out at the end there when you are racing the clock, so that you can maximize and get your best time.
Right now we have 22:40 is on the clock. Both have completed 5. Going here on their 6th. And greeting the wall will be Charlie in lane 3.
We've got our Genworth crowd over here. They're really keeping these athletes going here. They're providing some motivation. They're providing some cheers for them. You know, even though they are in the water, as they're turning their heads, that ear is becoming out of the water, so they are able to hear the fans out here cheering for them. And with any sporting event, you know, having a vocal crowd in your favor to help cheer you on, that gives you that little bit extra momentum, that extra oomph that you're going to need to push through that wall, because they are going to hit a wall at some point during this long race, and they're going to need that energy from the crowd to help feed them and help push them through that wall and push them on to the finish.
That second wind that you're looking for as we greet the 3:40 mark.
And not only a second wind, they may need a third or fourth wind through the course of this 800 meters.
Charlie just getting done with 8. He's on the top of your screen. The lanes go 1 to 8 from top to bottom on your screen. Jennifer in lane 6, so not having to deal with too much splash from either one or waves from either one. Spreading them out nicely in the pool.
They've got some supporters and coaches waiting for them as they're making the turn on our right-hand side, so they're able to get some encouragement. They're able to have their times called out to them, so they kind of know where they are as far as their pacing. I'm sure they have an idea of where they should be at what points during this race, that they're able to, looks like they're getting some...
ready for the signs.
They're getting some signs down there, so that way they're able to know exactly where they stand. As you're out here doing this, with a lot of sporting events and competitions, you kind of lose track of where you are during the point of a game or a match or a swimming race, that where you are, how much further you have, how far you've gone, how much time is left. So to have coaches and supporters for them at both ends to help motivate them and keep them on pace, to let them know that they're at the point they need to be. Maybe they need to pick it up. Maybe they're running a little bit faster pace than what they should have. Maybe they need to dial it back down a little bit to make sure they've got a little gas left for the end.
Both complete their 10th lap with 5:15 now on the clock, just past it. Charlie coming back to the wall as he goes past through 11 into 12. Jennifer doing the same now.
Jennifer turned a really good time there. She turned a 31:58. Charlie had turned on his last set. He turned on a 31:88. So Jennifer's putting some good times here.
Looks like as Charlie gets to the wall, we'll get about to the 6-minute hitting 6 right now as Charlie touches the wall. Jennifer putting in a 31.58 on that last lap as she completes 12. Back to the shallow. And we've completed 13 as we pitch the 640 mark. One of the harder events to run, not only because of the distance, but also when you're the only one competing. It is you versus the clock. And it's very hard to feel the clock, as we were talking about.
It is, yeah. It's not like you can look when you're taking a breath to the lane next to you and kind of see where the other person is that you're racing against. You know, this clock is up on the wall. These athletes really can't see that clock, and they're not sure what time they're running against versus their best time or a time that they may have in mind that they want to swim today.
Both athletes have shaved seconds off, though, as we've gone through 14 laps. The last one, Charlie swam a 31, just over 31, and Jennifer at a 30. We're getting to 740. Charlie touches for the 15th time. That was a 34.19. Jennifer at 32.81 on her 15th.
Yeah, Jennifer has been very consistent in her laps the last half a dozen laps or so. She's in that 30.58 to about 32.58 range. So she's being very consistent with her laps. She's got to be pleased when she gets out of the water with the performance she's had today.
Both of them coming to the wall at 8:15 now on the clock. Charlie at 32.49, Jennifer at 31.53 as we get through 16. The swimmers drawing about even.
I think the proverbial wall is hitting Charlie right now. He's not as fluid as he had been earlier. Fatigue may be setting in here in this later part of the race, and even though they're not racing, they are head to head now. Jennifer has come back to catch him, even though they are running in separate heats, separate times. But this has become a competition.
Sometimes that can help both. Find your marks. We're 9:10 on the clock now as they complete their 18th lap and the turn.
Well, Charlie's picked it back up. He's back down into 31 ranges. He had started getting up into some 33s and 34 seconds, but he's picking it back up here. So Jennifer, she's still clicking right along too.
And the length of time that they're going to be competing in as they finish 19 here, it's hard to keep that pace for such a long time. And Jennifer staying at 31.88, Charlie at 33.96.
I mean, this is a marathon right here. It really is. I mean, this is no different than running 26.2 miles. You have to keep being consistent, keep your endurance, your stamina. You've got to kind of realize that if you're starting to get tired a little bit, you've got to lay back. You've got to conserve some energy because this race is not over. You can't just stop. You got to keep going.
And here they come to the wall. Jennifer touches and does her turn. Charlie with his turn. We've completed 20. We're about to greet 10:40, and now we touch it. Jennifer gets ready to touch for her 21st time. 31.92 on that lap. Charlie puts in a 33.96 mark. $11.10 is on the clock. Jennifer steadies as she goes, puts in a 31.71 mark.
Yeah, she has been very consistent for the last probably 15 laps or so. Within that 31 to 32 range, she is very consistent with all of her time.
35.83 last for Charlie.
Jennifer's got a great pace going on here.
Jennifer touches right at 12 minutes. Kept at the 32.63 mark. Charlie getting ready for his turn.
Jennifer's still very fluid, has a nice form. She's getting her breath very well and putting in great times. If she hit that wall earlier on, she busted right through it, and she has just been motoring right along.
Jennifer turns 24. Charlie gets ready for his 24th turn. He completes that one. 12:50 on the clock now.
The hours and hours of training to build up your endurance to get to this point. I mean, these athletes have probably hundreds, if not thousands of hours to condition their bodies to get to the point where they're able to swim 30-plus second laps. Here we are, 13 minutes of constant swimming. This is not just your arms. This is your arms, your legs, your whole, every muscle in your body. Your feet, your ankles. You're turning your head to get your breath, your lungs, your heart. Everything right now is just working in rhythm. It's working so smoothly for these athletes, and just the amount of time to get your muscles and your body conditioned to do this is just, it's really a testament to how great these athletes are with what they're able to do to prepare themselves for these events.
Jennifer keeps her lap time at 32:37. Charlie touching on the far side for his 26th lap at 35:32. 14 minutes they've been in the pool. Jennifer turns for 27 at 33:41.
Still great laps for Jennifer. She's still putting in very consistent times that she was running 20 laps ago. So she's doing great. Charlie slowed down a bit, but he's still got some laps that he's putting in that he's putting in some great lap times as well.
34:19 on his last one.
Coming up on 15 minutes in the water.
Jennifer turns for 28. When Charlie touches, it'll be about 15 minutes. Hitting the 15 mark right now as Charlie gets ready for his 28th turn.
As they reach these latter stages, this is really where the crowd support's going to kick in, help get them that extra last shot of adrenaline to push them on to the finish line.
29. Jennifer ready to come back to the deep end. Charlie going through the 4 feet water now. 15:35 on the clock. And Jennifer getting the cowbell. I believe she has 10 laps left if my math is correct. 16 minutes.
She is. She's down to the last 25% of this race. Let's see what she's got left.
Charlie takes the cowbell. 16:11 on the clock as he touches. Jennifer turns at her 31st. $16:40 now on the clock as Charlie greets the wall at 16:45. Crowd getting a little bit more vocal as we go. 3 hits. Oh, that was last lap, not 10 laps. Oh, my math was wrong. Jennifer finishes at 16:56. 27. Charlie coming.
Charlie's pushing it down for the last. He's in the home stretch here. He's down.
Crowd
down to the
coming
very end.
to
The
their
crowd is
feet.
coming alive.
Charlie getting to the last little bit. 17:20 on the clock. Charlie goes, reaches for the wall and touches at 17:22. Jennifer finishing at 16:56. Charlie finishing at 17:22. And just like that, we've started the 2012 Special Olympics Summer Games. So my math was wrong on that. The cowbell was last lap.
Well, now we know. Now we know.
Thankfully, our other events a little less counting as they're going to be 25 meters. Both swimmers come out getting ready for the next event. Try to keep you up to date on the swimmers and where they are. In lane 2, we have Timothy Kennedy. Lane 3, Abdul Khan. Lane 4, Brian Bell. Lane 5, Paige Kinzer. Lane 6, Matt Hunt. And in lane 7, closest to us will be Robert Trumpauer. Quickest time is Brian Bell in lane 4. He's at 11:02. Brian is the one in the water to start. Everyone else looks like will be on the block. There's no one in lane 6, so it looks like Matt Hunt is not. Oh, is he coming to his? And they're in the water. Paige and Abdul are neck and neck. They come for the touch. And Abdul with the first touch at 15:62. Paige at 15. And coming in third in that heat was Timothy Kennedy at 17:33.
That was a great race. I mean, 15:62, 15:66. I mean, that was.
And we have Robert Trumpauer still going. Swimmers get in their towels as they come through. Go through those times real quick. Timothy Kennedy at 15:79. Abdul Khan at 15:62. Brian Bell at 29:48. Paige Kinzer at 15:66. And Robert Trumpauer at 24:27. So we'll get ready for Division 3 here. Going across your pool, Nathan Schmetty, Jonah Bywater, Dirk Kaiser, Alan Epps, Jerry Holey, and Craig Tinsley. Everyone starting in the water. All the lanes are filled. Athletes are ready. And the clock starts. We have noticed, there we go, display's coming back. They're all neck and neck. Looks like Alan Epps in lane 5 will touch first. No, lane 3 touches first. Jonah Bywater. Second was Dirk Kaiser and Alan Epps. Comes in third. Fourth, Jerry Holy.
And just fractions of seconds are separating first and second in these second 2 races that we've seen today.
Officials going to check the timing devices, though. They're ready for the next one. These are all preliminary 25 freestyle. Teddy Simmons on the far, Aaron Thomas in lane 3. Lane 4 is Eric Hargrave, Jeffrey Jenkins in lane 5, Haley Golden in lane 6, and Paul Moretti in lane 7.
Yeah, she starts in the water. They've actually marked on the can, the W to say that she's going to start in the water.
Getting ready to go in the water. Haley and Paul dive in. Everyone else starts in the water. Haley races out to looks like a hair lead. Coming in closely, though, is Teddy Simmons in lane 2. Haley stretches out. They race to the wall.
Like
Haley
Haley's
with
gonna
the
get it.
reach and the touch. Haley winning that one. Teddy Simmons coming in second.
Well, I think we know Haley won. However, I think the timing may have been off a little bit. Looks like
The timing system having some touch issues, I think.
Yeah, I think they're having some issues with the touches. We know Haley won. However, I would venture to say that the gentleman in lane 3 was second, but until they get some of these issues worked out, I'm not exactly sure.
Division 5, Linda Lands in lane 2, Jeremy Orrell in lane 3, Michael Acker in lane 4, Brendan Griffin in lane 5, Christopher Woodrum in lane 6, and Jesus Gordenez in lane 7. Looks like Christopher Woodrum's not in this one as the lanes open. Lane 4, Michael Acker racing out. He has a body lead. 2/3 of the way through the pool. And Acker touches the wall at 20:39. High fives all around. I think one issue with the timing system are some of the athletes are touching the top of the board and not on the board.
That may be possible.
The touch is a true precision timing. So now we have in Division 6, Marcus Cloud in lane 2, Tina Melly in lane 3, Luke McHugh in lane 4, Anthony Castanelli in lane 5, Eddie Martin, and then Brian Kuhn. Brian spelling his name with a Y.
Incorrectly, I might add.
Brian Wilberger spells it with an I. Myself, Brian Rothmel, spelling it with a Y. Always the joke we have as we do broadcasts. I'm glad to see Brian Kuhn in lane 7 siding with me in this debate, this proverbial debate that we have every broadcast.
That's 2 for the Y's today and only me for the I's so far. But we got a lot more athletes that are going to be out there, so let's see if the I's can outnumber the Y's today.
Athletes getting set. Diving board kind of in the way there for Eddie Martin as he was getting ready. He's now all set. No one in lane 4. They're off. Anthony looks to have a little bit of a lead. Not much, though, as Marcus on the far side, even drawing near, though, is Eddie. Also coming into the race is Brian. Brian with the late push. It's a 3-man. It's a 4-man race.
Race.
They touch. And I believe Eddie got the first touch, and he did at 22:45. Second place was Marcus Cloud. Third place, Brian Kuhn.
A lot of excitement in that one. That came down to a four-man race. See who could touch first.
Division 7 not on the deck yet. A little bit of a delay. Trying to look at the big board or the athletes to find their times. A few of the fans discussing that we're talking about in the pre-meeting that you do have to touch the board, not the top part. Volunteers, though, are standing at the wall with the clicker in case they don't touch the board. The volunteer can draw the time on the touch.
And some of the fans are telling us also that this is a little bit different scoring system than what they've used when they've practiced for all these months. So it is throwing a little bit of a wrinkle in things today, is that they've got to touch the pad, and a lot of these athletes are reaching out and touching it towards the top, which isn't really getting a true reading. So it is a good thing that we do have the volunteers from Genworth Financial standing here with the timers in their hands, so we are able to have a backup source in the event that they don't touch or they maybe touch with the wrong hand after they've already touched with the right hand. So,
all right, Division 7, Kelly Erkson, Vonda Martin, Bill Emmy, DeAndre Tucker, Sarah Kyrokopoulos, and Jonathan Giddens.
A little bit of a mouthful on some of those.
A few of them. Luckily, I've done about 80 broadcasts since August. I've seen a lot of last names.
I bet you have seen a lot of first and last names that are very unique.
Kyrokopoulos, though, reminds me of a student I did, a broadcast I had with Kettle Run. I wonder if there's any relation. DeAndre Tucker with the early lead. He stretches it out to a body length. Sarah coming right behind. Tucker with the stretch and the touch, and he wins at 18-21. Sarah in second. Third was Bill Emmy. Coming out immediately, Mr. Tucker points to the board to see his 18:21.
It was an impressive time. That was a great time.
And under his seed was 25:14.
Oh, wow.
So we're talking 7 seconds.
That's that just shows you the hard work, the practice, the training that he's put in, and then when you've got literally hundreds of people here watching today, live on the internet here with Rising Up Sports Network. You get that adrenaline, you get all these factors and these people cheering for you, and you got the volunteers down here waiting for you. I mean, it doesn't surprise me to see some great times and some personal bests for these athletes today.
Getting ready for Division 8. We have, this is a smaller, well, no one in lane 5. Lane 2 will be Jacob Benish, Ramona Most in lane 3, lane 4, Mike Charlton. Like I said, lane 5 will be open. Then we have Wayne Panton in lane 6 and Mario Lodato in lane 7. And I wonder if that's the same Mario that we interviewed his sister beforehand. We interviewed
that is quite possible.
Little downtime as they get set. That was Mario's sister that we interviewed. So we'll see here as they get ready to go how Mario can do. Switching around the positions a little bit on our broadcast as we get a chance. Everyone moving in Great work going on. That was camera by Luke. Now moving over to Tom as we get ready. Still waiting for the athletes to get on deck. Ryan, what have you thought of the action so far?
There's been a lot of it. I mean, they've gotten these athletes really one event right after the other. It's very fast paced. They're turning great times out here. I mean, it's just, sportsmanship has been great. It's great to see the sportsmanship of the fans, the coaches, the volunteers, all of the athletes. Seeing the athletes out here, seeing how charismatic and how pumped up everyone is to be here. It's just, I mean, this is a wonderful thing. I really encourage folks that are at home watching that if you live in the Richmond area, come out and support these athletes. If you can't do it this year, 2013 will be here before we know it. There's lots of things you can do to become involved with the Special Olympics, with the Summer Games. We would love to have your support out here this year or any year in the future.
That's Mike Carlton asking for the crowd to get louder. Jacob Benish, Ramona Most, Mike Carlton, Wayne Panton, and Mario Lodato. Swimmers are set. And they're off. Three-person race between Jacob Benish, Ramona Most, and Mike Charlton. Jacob with the stretch, and he touches the wall first. In second, Mike. Ramona in third. And Mario running, comes over, and he touches. That one was a 1995 fast time for Jacob. He came in 8 seconds under. Division 9, we have Corey Falkenhauser, Daniel Blick, Christopher Dye, Andy Crump, Benjamin Cunningham, and Thomas Fogarty. We got a chance to talk to Thomas beforehand. Didn't interview him on camera, but he came in as we were setting up.
Thomas has been doing this, what did he say, 22 years, 24 years he's been involved with the Special Olympics. So he's still out here.
And he'll be involved in the torch run this evening for the opening ceremony. And they're off. Corey in the far lane racing down. He just keeps going. Stretches out that lead a little bit more. It's a body length. He reaches, touches, in at 18:56. Crowd giving that extra little push here as Andy makes his way down. Andy stretches, and he's in. Little time down in before we get ready for Division 10. That fast time was 18:56 for Corey. Now that one, it's like he got halfway and kind of like he threw it in, went downhill at that point.
He threw it in high gear and he was gone. He probably pulled away by 4 or 5 body lengths on that one. So that was a great job. And he hit another. I mean, he topped his
The seed time was
Yeah, seed time
27.3.
was, yeah, 27.3, and he pulled a 18.56. So I mean, 9 seconds better.
So let's get ready for Division 10 here. And the 25 free. We have Damaris Horta, Gretchen Koenig, Greg Wood, Elliot Graham Ledoux, Joshua Parker, and Ryan Macmac. Still having some issues with that timing system.
They've been working on lane 2 a little bit this afternoon, so I'm not sure what the issue is here. They're trying to get rectified. Nothing a bungee cord is not going to take care of.
Trying to make sure it could be actually the lane line itself too. 'Cause it's coming from that lane line. Swimmers take their marks. Looks like Gretchen's moving from lane 3 to lane 2. And in lane 5, my sheet's cut off. It's not Elliot. It could just be Ellie Graham Ledoux. Joshua Parker cheers the crowd on. He wants them to get going. And he's off. Hitting a little bit of a booster is Ryan Macmac. He went from last to first in this race. He stretches, he touches 21 seconds. Official time will have him at 24, but he was definitely at 21 at least.
Joshua was very excited. He's pumping. He's still pumped up. High-fiving, getting the crowd going.
Joshua was third in that heat at 24.88.
He's got his towel on like a prize fighter, kind of shucking and jiving there on the deck.
So it's how athletes get prepped. Some athletes, they shine when it comes to the light. They want the more noise. They want it rowdy, ruckus.
Yep. They want the spotlight on them. When the lights are on the brightest, that's when they perform the best.
As they say, the gamers. Athletes getting ready here. We'll set them for you. We have Catherine Salgado in lane 2. Lane 3, Brittany French. Ian Wolf in lane 4. Jill Mays in lane 5. Douglas Rizzi in lane 6. And Marnie Diamond in lane 7. Swimmers are ready. They got their initial whistle. Marnie not quite ready now. She is. She's on the block. Toes in. Gives them the thumbs up. Ready. There's some issues with the lane. Who's supposed to be in which lane? Not sure who. Oh, Jill leading lane 5.
I think it is someone getting that already.
There we go. Now we have everybody set as Jill comes into the water. Swimmer set. Official gives them their marks, and we're off. This one pretty tight. It looks like stretching out is Douglas. He's in lane 6.
He's pulling out a little bit of a lead, but it looks like it's a 4-person race here for second.
It's going to be a tight one for second. Douglas will touch and come in first at 26 seconds, 25:55. Second will go to Catherine. Third, Jill. Marnie in 4th. And then Jill in 5th. Now we have Heat 12. Getting set will be in lane 2, Keith Good. Grade Gorman in lane 3. Jenna Endhall in lane 4. Lane 5, Michael Norman. Tyler Tuvey in lane 6. And then Michael Downs in lane 7. Everyone moving around in the broadcast area.
Just trying to get everybody a little bit of a different look at the action of what we got going on here today. Some audio, some video. We're doing some live updates on Facebook, some live updates on Twitter. So we got a lot of different things happening here today on the both on the Rising Up Sports Network and on the Special Olympics VA.org website as well. So it's a great event today we got going on here.
We're glad we're able to bring you the aquatics action. Keith Good, I've already gone through who's in this one, but I'll do it again. We have Keith, Greg, Jenna, Michael, Tyler, and then Michael again. A different Michael in lane 7. Keith taking his mark. Looks like we have a few less swimmers. It's slated unless they're going to be coming out. Taking her mark in lane 4 is Jenna Endhall. Division 12 of the 25-3. We're at St. Catharines. He's Brian Wilberger. I'm Brian Rothwell. Thanks so much for joining us here for the 2012 Summer Games of the Virginia Special Olympics. We're in the Aquatic Center of St. Catharines. Still getting set. We have one swimmer getting ready on the deck. And we have the rest of the swimmers coming out. There's a lot going on here in a limited space.
And what we've got going on inside is nothing compared to the amount of activity of volunteers and participants and athletes and families. There's a lot of stuff going on outside. There's kind of a nice grassy area out here, outside here at the school where there's a number of tents set up, just kind of preparation and kind of holding areas to kind of keep everybody organized and in one place waiting for their turn to come in here and compete. So there's not only is a lot of activity and action happening inside, but there's also as much or maybe more happening outside with some of the other preparations and different things that are happening today.
Swimmers are off with 3 swimmers, Keith, Jenna, and Michael Downs. Keith with the lead halfway through. Jenna in second, third is Michael. Keith comes, he stretches, and he'll touch the wall at 28:19. We're getting set up here behind us as we get ready for Division 13. Brian getting set for an interview. As we'll go through Division 13, we have James Vaden, Ned Corzine, Stephen Margolis, Ashley Cash, and Am Hamak. I believe Brian's getting ready for an interview. So, Brian, who do you have with you? And ready to go, Brian. So I'll send it over to you.
All right, here we are. We've got a mom and a daughter who is a participant, and also one of the other daughters is a coach in the event today. So glad to have you guys here. You haven't had your opportunity to go yet. Are you excited? Are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
So which race are you running today?
I went swimming.
Okay, great. How long have you been participating in the Special Olympics?
2 years.
So this is your second year participating? 10th year. Wow. Does it get more exciting every year?
Yes.
In addition to swimming, what are some other things you like to do?
How to free.
That's great. That's great. And Mom? How are you?
I'm doing great.
And you've also got another child that's a coach out here today. How exciting is it for you to have a participant and a coach?
It's very exciting. Very proud of both of them.
I'm sure you are. I mean, I'm very proud to be here, especially with the Rising Up Sports Network and the things that we've been able to do. Tell us a little bit about the training that goes into preparing to get ready for the games.
They have practice every Sunday at one of the local colleges down in Virginia Beach. They practice about an hour and a half on Sundays. And then the last couple of weeks they had a little bit longer practice session.
And pretty much year round? Just they kind of...
They start in January and through June.
Wow, so about 6 months out of the year you get to spend swimming and having a great time. And it's a great thing that you guys are able to come up from the beach area to help out.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you guys do after you? Because you kind of got a little bit of a break from June to January. Are there any other activities or events kind of similar to this that you guys participate in?
Not with Special Olympics, but she participates in a youth group, Christian youth group that runs year-round, and they do different activities too. They go bowling, they have dances, and just fun things together.
Well, we appreciate you guys being here, and we're looking forward to seeing you race very soon. So good luck and congratulations.
Thanks for joining us. Looks like we have Victoria in the pool. Chris is set, as well as Caroline. No, Tristan Pickett is also, he's in the water. Our swimmers getting their whistle. Last time we had a tie for first between Stephen and James.
Oh, really? A tie? Wow.
That's what the big board's saying.
That's the unofficial big board.
I had Steve Margolis with the first touch, with the board also having James. We'll get a chance, a little break. We'll go through all of the heat winners as we go through. We're still going through the 25 free. We have 25 divisions of the 25 free before we move over to the backstroke. Matt Vela just took to the water. We already had Chris, Tristan, and in lane 2 we have Laura. They get the light. A push off from the wall. Chris in lane 4 raced out. Coming here in lane 7 though is Tristan. Tristan stretching out his lead. He stretches for the wall. And he'll take it.
He gets it about 26 seconds.
Tristan using that slow and steady approach.
But he was very smooth. He was very fluid. He was cutting right through the water. He turned in a great time.
I want to talk about the volunteers that go into this. As you look, as the swimmers get their mark, they all have a little basket with a volunteer that follows them. They give them their clothing that they might have, their shoes, their towel, whatever they might need. They take their mark, then the volunteer walks over to where they come out to make sure they have, it goes without a hitch for the athletes. Taking to the pool now, we have Austin Cicero, Joey Goodrich, Chris Huff, Angela Martin, Kate Stylen, and Xavier Glenn. Oh, but a little bit of a false start there. All the swimmers took off though. Swimmers still going. The officials try to stop them.
Well, maybe our volunteers at the end with the unofficial clock, or the official clocks actually today, are
touching the wall first is Chris Huff. Nope, they're going to make them swim that one over again. Event staff coming over saying, head back. Well, that was a good warm-up at least.
That was a good warm-up. Nice little practice.
It's a little bit different. St. Catherine's providing this wonderful aquatic center. They have the true precision timing. So the first whistle is not your go whistle. Your first whistle is you're there. Then you get set on your mark and go. So they'll go for that one again. We had Chris Huff in the unofficial one.
Well, let's see what he's got for the official one here.
Now you have the fun where you have the next group swimmers out on the deck, making sure they'll take a break. They'll let the swimmers take a break, it looks like.
Let's move on to number 16.
So we have in the pool Kristen Gotel, Claire Cook, Amy Lay, Hunter Leap, Jennifer Kaufman, and Mariah Wright in lane 7. And each time I give you the swimmers, it's going from top of your screen to bottom. And we have Division 16 going. Everyone pretty neck and neck. Hunter and Catherine closest. Coming in now, those Mariah.
Yeah,
we got a three-person race halfway through. Mariah and Hunter. Hunter touches. Mariah touches. So now we'll bump back to Division 15. And this one is Austin, Joey, Chris, Angela, Kate, and Xavier. The official race this time. Chris gets ready. He wants to take the unofficial and official win. He leads by a body. Body and a half now. Touches the wall and wins. So Chris Huff able to still keep the win. Flipping through. As you can tell, Brian, I've been to a few swim meets to cover.
I can tell. That's a good thing. The expert of the swim meet of this crew today.
I don't know if expert's the right word. Although now I just lost my spot. There we go, Division 17. I'm good now.
Back on the right page.
We have 3 columns of multiple pages. Travis Weisenberger in lane 2. Richard Ramsey in lane 3. Craig Merrick in lane 4. Mark Collins lane 5. Lane 6 is Jamie Spiring. And lane 7, Ann Height. If I mispronounce anyone's name, it's not intentionally, that's for sure. We have a lot of names. We're doing the best we can trying to get through them all.
Yep.
Getting a little bit warmer here in St. Catharines. Getting the whistle to take to the pool.
Well, it must be getting warmer. You lost your sport jacket a couple hours ago. That didn't
quick.
stay on very long. Surprised the tie has stayed on as long as it has.
I like to broadcast with a tie. I might loosen it, but I don't think I'll take it off. Swimmers are off. Taking the lead here is Jamie. Jamie touches at 20 seconds, 20:06. He's pretty excited with that one.
That was a great time.
His seed was 38:29.
Wow.
Swimmers getting ready for Division 18. Cindy Harris, Michelle Stuber, Carol Wright, Patricia Kiesling, Sherry Elling, and Patrick Rogers. Patrick's family and or coach is near us. Sherry waving to the crowd. Cindy working her way in. Takes a mark in lane 2, and we're ready. Cindy, Michelle, Carol, Patricia, Sherry, and then Patrick in lane 7. Looks like Carol or Michelle with the lead. as we get to the halfway point. 20 seconds. Michelle takes a commanding lead. Second place is the race. Michelle with a touch. Sherry with her touch. And we're 18 events through. 18 heats, rather. Getting ready for Division 19. Swimmers make their way out from 18.
Athletes getting high fives on the way out over here to our left.
There you can see those baskets we were talking about earlier with the volunteers as they were making their way off. Still getting ready for 19 and the athletes to come out.
All the volunteers are taking a little break, so it might be a... Here come the athletes out. Looks like we got them coming now.
Tracy Abbott, Michael Favorite, Teresa Novak, Scott Tucker, Emily Price, Angie Vaughn will be in this heat. They're ready to get the goggles on. There is Michael. As I said earlier in the broadcast, I didn't learn to swim until I was 15 years old, so I spent a lot of time at swimming lessons, about for 10 years. My favorite part of swimming lessons, though, were the goggles. Getting those goggles where you could see underwater, I thought was one of the coolest things. Of course, I didn't spend much time underwater because the aforementioned swimming issues.
But it's just like any other sport. The equipment that you use, whether it's a baseball glove or goggles when you're swimming, that has to be something that is right for you. You know what you've got with your equipment. You know that your goggles are going to have a nice seal. They're not going to fog up. They're not going to fill up with water. So that way you're able to see and move and maneuver through the water like you need to.
Scott Tucker halfway through the pool with a slight lead. Angie in a close second. Michael also close behind. Scott's going to touch the wall first. 32 seconds for Scott. Second is Michael. And third, Angie. In this event, this division, we have Kimberly Caruso, Ayla Sellers, Kristen Hughes, Will Hockenberry, Kyle Draper, and Whitney Wright. Whitney's ready to go in the pool, as is Alayla. Kimberly now on the wall. Will ready to go as Kyle gets ready to take to the water. You can see right next to Will is that basket we were discussing earlier with all of his necessary items that'll greet him as he comes out of the water. Little white and red baskets make their way around. One of the cool things that we won't get a chance to show on camera, but I can hear in the hallway, is as the athletes come up the stairs, the cheers they're getting.
Oh, really? Yeah, I see there's quite a contingent of folks out there clapping and cheering them. Yeah, as they're coming up from the pool area up to the spectator area.
Division 20 underway. Ayla and Kyle are even. Kyle now takes a slight advantage. Kyle a quarter of the pool left. He touches at 34 seconds. Ayla in second. As we get ready for Division 21, we have Richard Dunn, Elena Giles, Laura Botkin, David Peterson, Wallace Chua, and Gerlveston Thompson. The last part of Thompson's name, of her first name, is getting cut off, but I believe it's Gerlveston. We have a full pool on this one. Last of the swimmers from Division 20 come out. Get set for Division 21. One thing that's interesting, each swimmer has a different technique of how they want to start. Some want to start on the block, some want to start on the wall, some want to start holding on to the block.
It's just, how they've practiced, how they've worked, what are they most comfortable with. It's really not a time to be trying new things and different things at this point. You got to work with what you know.
This one is almost dead even between the middle lanes. Ayla, Mora, and David. This one's going to come down. It'll be close.
It'll be very close.
Elena, David.
Wow.
David, I think, was
maybe by a hair. Oh, that was extremely close.
Elena, Mora, and David all coming in very close. And now we have Division 22 with Alex Turner, Lauren Stokes, Matthew and Chadney, and Beth Edwards, Laura Palmer, and Sarah Shockley. We got two swimmers in one lane here. I have to sort that one out. I believe Ann is in lane 5. She's in lane 4 right now. Needs to move over to lane 5. No. Oh, I see here. Matthew has someone swimming in front of him. Matthew takes the lead halfway through. 20 seconds on the clock. Matthew stretches. He'll touch at 32 seconds.
A great time for Matthew.
Lauren gonna stretch for number 2. She'll take it. The other Laura will take 3rd. Sarah and Ann 4th and 5th. 3 more divisions here for the freestyle before we flip to the backside on the backstroke. The backstroke, though, is 50 meters, so that'll be a down and back. Swimmers in the pool: Sam Parrish, Maria Figley, Melissa Mank, Kimberly Street, Thomas Gardner, and Mark Horner. Lane 5 is open. That would be Kimberly. Lane 2 is open. That would be Maria. Oh, no. Maria's there. I'm sorry. Maria's making her way into the water. Swimmers are in, holding on to the wall. Oh, there we go. Coming into lane 7 is Mark Horner. Horner dips his toes in here for Division 23 in our second event. Target set. The swimmers, are they set? On their mark, and they're a go. Melissa with the early lead. Sam's in the far lane rather. Sam now coming from behind to take the lead. Mark Horner in lane 7 working his way. Mark and Sam, who's going to touch first? Mark touches and wins. And now we'll go to Division 24. Lorenzo Brown, Jennifer McIntosh, Peter Maslow, Madison Adams, Alex Ann, and Angela Armstrong. Swimmers get to the pool. work their way in. Still waiting. One swimmer to get out of the pool. Maybe he's in on the wrong side. It is lane 6. It looks like Alex. Alex starting on the shallow end, needs to move to the deep. Oh. Maybe not. Might have my people mixed up. Because there seems to be Alex is in lane 6 on the deep side. Lorenzo Brown, Jennifer McIntosh, Peter Masloff, Madison Adams, Alex Ann, and Angela Armstrong. The light and the sound. Lorenzo with the lead halfway through. 20 seconds. Lorenzo with the body length. Starting to slow up. Still has a quarter to go. Second place fight with Madison and Peter neck and neck. Alex and Jennifer just behind. Lorenzo will touch first. Second looks like Madison. And Madison will touch. Then we have Peter, Alex, and we're getting ready for Division 25. Getting ready for our last freestyle. Looks like we have Colin Boyd, Katie Bates, and Aaron Goad before we flip over to the back. They're ready. Oh, we had Colin getting a little bit of a head start there. He'll work his way back. Swimmers in. It looks like we have one more coming in. Looks like Donna making her way. All right, now being joined with Ian. Ian, why don't we step up here to the rail so we can get a chance to look at this last 25. Ian, welcome to the Rising Up Sports Network. Now, Ian, you'll be racing tomorrow. What events will you be racing in?
100 breaststroke and a 200 freestyle.
So you're going to be busy tomorrow.
Yes.
How long have you been preparing for the summer games?
It went well. I swam for Starwood High School very long time.
Which high school?
Todd High School.
Okay. And how long have you been preparing just for the 2012? All year, I imagine?
Yes, all year.
How long have you been involved with the Special Olympics?
I was a little boy. I went to World Games with my dad. We did a golf tournament at World Games.
All right. So let's see. Here we're getting ready for Division 25, about to go. Luke, our cameraman here, will swing back over to the pool. And Ian, you'll help me call this one, if
Yes.
that's okay with you.
Yes.
We're getting ready. Kate Bates be in lane 3, making her way into the pool. We have Colin Boyd in lane 2. Donna Norksley in lane 4. Lane 6 is Paul Strickland. In lane 7, Aaron Goad.
Yes.
The 25-meter freestyle, I imagine you've done that. You do the individual medley, so you obviously do at least one lap of the 25.
Yes.
And what do you look for in technique?
I don't understand that.
Okay. So they're off. Donna with the early lead.
Yes.
Halfway through the pool. Also coming in, Colin Boyd is second. And Donna will touch for first place, and that ends our 25-3.
Yes.
Now, what type of excitement goes around? This is my first experience at the Summer Games for Virginia. What type of excitement goes around with the athletes?
Doing well. I hope they do a good job this year, 2012. I hope they'll win.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me, Ian. Best luck, and we'll see you tomorrow in your events.
All right. Thank you.
All right. See you tomorrow. There you go. So glad to be joined by these athletes. As we finish the 25 events for the freestyle, I'll quickly go through everyone that's won all of their preliminary events. We had Donna winning the 25th, but let's go all the way back to the get-go from the start. Flipping through my many papers. We started with Abdul Khan, then Jonah Bywater, Haley Golden, Michael Acker, Eddie Martin, Dondre Tucker, Jacob Benish, Corey Folkenhauser, Ryan McMack, Douglas Rosati, Keith Good, Stephen Margolis, Tristan Pickett, Chris Huff, Hunter Leap, Jamie Spiring, Michelle Stover, Scott Tucker, Kyle Draper, David Peterson, Matthew Ancelli, Mark Horner, Lorenzo Brown, and then Donna Norksley. And that's our first 25 heats. And we're getting ready for the 50 backstroke. The preliminaries again. I'm going to take a short break as we're finishing up this last swimmer. Aaron Goad will touch. And that ends our 25-free. Great to see the excitement from the crowd as Aaron finished up. I'll take a short break as we get ready for the 50-meter backstroke. You're watching the 2012 Summer Games for the Virginia Special Olympics on the Rising Up Sports Network. Welcome back here on the Rising Up Sports Network. I'm Brian Rothmel. I just want to quickly go through everyone that's volunteering today on our broadcast, starting with the man running the show, Ciesil. I'm Brian Rothmel, Brian Wilberger, Miriam Meneses, Jordan Taylor, Tom Maiden, Luke Goldstein, and Ryan Mahanes. I'm sure I pronounced Miriam's last name wrong. For that, I do apologize. She's been coaching me all morning, and yet I'm still I'm Brian Rothwell. He's Brian Wilberger. And we're just starting the backstroke now. We have Kyler Reese, Ramona Most again, Benjamin Cunningham, Ellie Graham-Ladeau, Travis Weisenberger, and Ann Edwards. At least 3 of these athletes.
Yeah, starting to see some names pop back up a second time here for multiple events.
This is the 50 backstroke, so they got to go once and back. Leading the way right now is Kyler. The race for second, we're seeing Ramona and Benjamin. Kyler with the stretch, and he'll take it. The Thundersticks are going. Benjamin looks like he wants second. He'll take second. Ramona third. And we'll get ready for Division 27. Jonathan Wolf, Stephen James, Timothy Kennedy, Joshua Thacker, Matt Hunn, and Christopher Kemp. I wonder, we're finishing up here. Ann Edwards making her way. Quarter of the pool left as she finishes up. And Ann is now done. For Division 27, we have one more time. Jonathan Wolf, Stephen James, Timothy Kennedy, Joshua Thacker, Matt Hunn, and Christopher Kemp. A little bit different here with the 50, doing 2 laps. The deep end is where all the athletes are starting. Ready? And they take the light. Only 3 swimmers in the pool. Timothy, Joshua, and Christopher. Christopher looks to his left to see where Timothy is. Timothy and Chris touch. Chris with the turn. Timothy with the turn. Josh takes his turn.
Well, Timothy's making a little bit of a charge here.
Timothy and Chris neck and neck. They get to the rope line.
It's going to be very close. I think Chris got him.
Chris edging him out by about a second and a half. We're ready for Division 28. Richmond Kaplan, Gabe Lagula, Michael Charlton, Allison Robbins, Ken Olivio, and Jordan Long. It's Gabe Mauga, I believe. Pronunciation. Mauga.
Gabe Mauga.
Added an L there the first time I pronounced the name. Swimmers are ready. Heat 28. There you go. starting off pretty even. "15 meters in, even.
Like Allison's pulling away a little bit.
First 25 meters finishing up, and Allison with the early lead. The turn for Gabe.
That was a great turn for Gabe. Gabe was behind by a little bit, got a great turn. See if we can keep it up.
Allison, though, taking the lead back. Coming in also for in the discussion, Jordan Long. Allison reaching for the wall, she'll touch. Gabe will touch, as does Jordan. Second place going to Gabe. Division 29. We'll get set. Brian, I know you have children. Are you a swim family?
We spend a lot of time at the pool and a lot of time at the beach. I would say we spend more time playing in both of those areas than we do swimming in those areas.
My brother was a swimmer, and he was in the backstroke, got halfway through and tired. He was in the butterfly, got halfway through, got tired. His favorite stroke was the backstroke. So he flipped over to his back and completed the butterfly as the backstroke. My mom loves telling that story. I feel like I lived it every time I...
Well, yeah. You've heard it so many times, you can see it and feel it.
And I never remember going to any of my brother's swimming events, so I was much too young.
I wonder about some of those stories that are allegedly real that I'm told about by my family that happened years and years ago that I have no recollection of exactly how truthful they are if somebody's just trying to pull my leg.
The worst part about my brother and I, we look so much similar growing up that we look at pictures and we don't know who's who.
Yeah.
All right, let's get set for Division 29. Eddie Marin, Jennifer Becker, Charlie Marziak, who finished the 800 meter before, Andy Crump, Teddy Simmons, and James Thacker. As they come for their first touch, looks like lane 6 and Teddy with the lead. Teddy, 15 meters to go. Eddie in lane 2 coming close. Teddy reaching out and touching. 52 seconds for Teddy, knocking off his C time by 16 seconds.
That's great. That's wonderful. Great time.
Charlie now, who is in lane 4. In that one, he now has his hand out, stretched. Charlie swam 850 meters now.
And we've still got a lot of events left today. We may see his name a few more times in here.
Division 30, a little bit smaller. Getting set will be Lydia Hale, Joseph Davey, Angela Marin, and Camille Goodall. Goodall, rather. interesting. We get a chance maybe later, when we get some downtime, to look at how the scoring system goes, getting the cards of everyone a rope system.
Yeah, it looks like I just noticed that a race or two ago, kind of how they're working things. We've got some runners out there that are grabbing these scorecards from the volunteers.
And then sending them over to the rope to get pulleyed up a level to go to the scores table. Maybe a little bit later we'll see if we can get a shot of that. We have a dead race here. Joseph and Angela. Also Lydia not far behind. Or rather Camille. Angela not far behind. Camille touches. Joseph and Lydia with the turn. Angela turns it around.
Well, this is going to come down to the wire here.
They reach the wire. They go to the wall. Camille touches first. Joseph second. Lydia third, and Angela in fourth. We're ready for Division 31. Looking to see who comes into the pool. There's a name here that got cut off by my score sheet. Just the first four letters of his first name. Duran Prokopcorn, Anthony Castagnelli, Marcus Cloud, Elizabeth Weisbauer, Haley Golden, and Candy Skinner.
Say this heat again real quick. Say it 3 more times real quick. That's a mouthful.
I know, Wilberger and Rothmel.
That's pretty easy.
And that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Division 31. Haley with the lead, 15 meters in. Haley gets ready for her turn. She makes it. Close behind is Marcus. Looks like Elizabeth will take heat 31, tapping in at 55-31. Marcus at second at 103, even. Marcus at even 103. I don't know if you could try that again to be even. Exactly.
Right on the money. 1 minute and 3 seconds exactly.
Athletes getting their towels from their volunteers as they come out. Well, we're ready for 32. In this one, we have Hannah Filer, Jonathan Giddens, Keith Goob, Katie Schmidt, Caroline Rodden, and Nigel Gencott. Nice thing about when it went the 25 meters for the shallow end, they had the easy steps out here with the ladder for athletes to get in and out if they need it.
Oh, I know. Unless there's somebody else involved.
Looks like we have everyone in. Open lane 6 would be Carolyn Rada. And they go. Keith races out to a lead. Nigel, though, speeding close by. Keith halfway through with the lead. Keith with the stretch. He touches. He's ready for his turn. Nigel with the turn. Katie with her turn. Keith with the lead halfway through, or well, rather halfway through the second lap.
75% of the way there.
Yeah. Katie a body length behind. And Keith will take heat 32. Keith's time at 109.66. There's seeing the available seat.
Move your feet, lose your seat.
Here on the East Coast, we're at 320. Ryan, I'll give you my sheet of who we got. I'll take a short break.
All right, here we are, Division 33. Susan Kiger, Christina Martin, Greg Wood, Max Everton, Heather Boncher, and Tristan Pickett. Looks like we've got Christina, Greg, Max, and Tristan in the race. Christina's already started out to a pretty good lead here. Tristan's coming on. So far at the quarter way, they're about neck and neck with Tristan and Christina. At the turn, Christina's on her way back, finishing up her second lap. Christina's widened out her lead just a bit. Tristan's making up some ground here on her. Looks like could end up being a little bit tight race here to the finish between Tristan in lane 7 and Christina in lane number 3. And we've got Christina Martin, followed by Tristan Pickett. We've got a really close race here in lane 4 with Greg Wood and lane 5, Max Everton. And looks like lane 4, Greg Wood taking third place, followed by Max Everton in lane 5. it looks like we're going to go to my broadcast partner, Brian Rothamel. We've got an interview lined up.
Thanks, Brian. I'm now being joined by Candy. And Candy, you just got done swimming. What event did you swim?
The 53.
50?
I'm at 50 backstroke.
50 backstroke. You were telling me before you're involved in quite a few events this weekend.
Yes, I am. I have done volleyball, basketball, now swimming, bowling, and that's it.
That's pretty busy. And what type of activities do you do to get ready for these events?
Just keep practicing and see to get better at it, and just keep on practicing.
Now, you were telling me before we went on, this is your 23rd year
Yeah.
being involved in the Special Olympics. And every year, how excited do you get for this weekend?
Very excited.
What's your favorite part?
The dances.
The dance?
Uh-huh.
Why do you like the dance so much?
I get to hang out with all my other friends that does Special Olympics, and I just like being around them.
All right, well, thanks so much, and best of luck this
Thank you.
weekend with all of your events.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
All right, thank you, Brian. We're in the middle of Division 34, the 50-meter backstroke. In lane number 2, we had lane number 2 we don't have anybody. Lane number 3 we have David Simpkins. Lane number 4 we have Melissa Castellanos. Lane 5 Ian Champion, and lane 6 Patrick Warren. Right now looks like Melissa in lane number 4 and Patrick in lane number 6 are head-to-head right now, coming down to the very final push here, the final wall. I think Patrick barely gets Melissa here to finish out division number 34. Got the crowd over here supporting David. David's coming on. He's using this energy he's getting from the crowd for the last few feet of his backstroke here. And there goes David. Great job, David.
All right, Brian, I'm back with you. Sorry I missed those few events.
That's all right. Interviewing participants out here, getting a good feel for what they've gone through to get to this point, the years that they've participated, the practice that they put in. So it looks like we're coming up on Division 35.
35, all right. Have we already gone through the swimmers that are in 35?
We have not gone through 35 yet. Nope,
all right,
as
we
they're
have
getting ready to
Jared
get in the water.
Drake, Amanda Hild, Pawn Vaughn, Larry Harvey, Michael Shank, and Danny Ashwell. We have 3 more, including this heat, of the backstroke before we go to the 15-meter flotation race. Those will be finals. You're talking to Candy. I don't know if you got a chance to hear, but she's talking about all the events she's involved in: volleyball,
yeah.
bowling, softball, along with the swimming.
She's got a busy weekend.
I thought we were going to be busy doing the broadcast.
Yeah, and we're just in one location. She's going to be traveling all over Richmond this weekend, participating in a number of events.
Looks like in lane 2, Jared Drake with a slight advantage. Larry close behind. Amanda pulling even with Jared. 25 meters down as Jared touches in the lead. Jared and Amanda are going to make this an interesting one as they go down. Jared and Amanda even. Amanda might have a slight lead. Amanda close. She stretches. She touches Amanda with the win. Jared close behind. Larry coming in third, it looks like. Looks for the wall, and he'll touch it. We have a slight change in our schedule, I'm hearing.
Yeah, it looks like divisions 38 through 40, the 15-meter flotation race, they're going to bump those back a little bit later, and we're going to move up after we finish division 36 and 37 with the 50-meter backstroke to the 100-meter freestyle.
All right. After we have the 100-meter freestyle, then, so we'll finish up the backstroke, 2 more heats of that. We'll go to the 100 free. Then we'll go to the 50 free before we get to the 25 back, 200 back, 200 breast, or sorry, 25 breast rather, 200 back, 200 breast. Got a lot of swimming still left. We're not even halfway through.
Nope, not yet. We're getting there.
John Worley, Laura Palmer, Naomi McBride, Danielle Daig, Jamie Spearing, and Christy Little are in this heat. Swimmers getting ready. The push. Jamie racing out to a lead. Jamie racing even further.
That's the last one, and we're jumping down the 100 meter.
Yep.
Jamie with the turn at 26 seconds. And Jamie makes his way 75% through, as Brian pointed out before. Those fractions, you're quick with it.
Yeah. Working with numbers all the time. Keeps me on my toes.
Jamie will work his way back to the wall. Second place looks like right now Danielle. Or sorry, rather Naomi. Jamie still hasn't touched the wall yet. Jamie touches the wall to take. Naomi works her way back to the wall. She'll touch. Laura in third. Danielle in fourth. Christy in fifth. And John will make his way to second. That's what the athlete and up.
Hey. Yeah.
That was one thing we were talking about earlier as the athletes come out of the water going up the stairwell. The cheers that they get not only when they get done with the pool, but then also through the stairwell is nice. They get a chance to experience that as well.
Yeah, that's great for the athletes to have these volunteers here that are happy for them and helping them out and cheering them on.
Division 37 is off. Didn't realize these seats would be wet when we sat down.
Well, we are at a pool, Brian.
I know.
This is definitely a different vantage point for us down here, right in the middle of the action.
Jacob Benish is going to come to the wall and touch. He'll make his way back. Pretty even right now at second with the rest of the field. Will touches. Matt now at the turn. He makes his way back. Will starts his way back. Elena and Whitney also go back. Jacob finishes up. Unfortunately now we can't see the scoreboard from this vantage point.
Still can't see the scoreboard from our vantage point, but we'll be okay.
Racing back, Will and Whitney duking it out for second. Looks like Whitney will take second, Will in third. And we finished up the 50 breast. So we'll move on to event 4, the 100 free.